y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Living Life with Leticia. Let's just get right into our devotion for the day. And that's Philippians 4:6-7. Be careful for nothing. Be careful for nothing. But in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. We are all encouraged to not worry about anything, but to put our trust in God instead and pray about all things. Prayer is how we communicate with God. He always hears us when we speak. As you pray, pray as if the prayer had already been answered. That is faith. As you do so, you will find your heart will be filled with a kind of peace that cannot be shaken by any trial or circumstance. That peace will keep you sound and sure through many challenges, and you will be able to be at rest. Today, our prayer is, dear God, I commit every situation occurring in my life in your hands, Father. I will not pay attention to how desperate the situation may be, because I know that there is nothing that's greater than you. I put my trust in you, O God, and I am assured that all my solutions to my problems have been found, and I will be able to act them out. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank y'all for coming back. Why? Just why? Why? I don't even know what that was all about. But whatever it was, I don't care. We're moving on and doing better things and enjoying life. Now, I know y'all are looking at me saying, oh, she normally wear black glasses. Yes, these are my old glasses. I'm going to see if I can see out of them, because they're really not that old. They just a year. And I normally get my eyes checked at least once a year. So those are the 2022s. These are 2021s. And then I got some 2020s and some 2019, every year. All right. So today we're going to talk about the weather. The weather. I know I got on a bright, sunny outfit today. Oh, I don't have no earrings on. Hold on. Gotta go. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to my channel, Living Life with Leticia. Thank you guys for joining me again. Thank you for subscribing if you have. Thank you for thinking about it if you haven't. Thank you for doing it if you haven't. I'm praying as if it has already been so. So you have already subscribed, and I appreciate you for subscribing. And those that you haven't subscribed, y'all need to go ahead and go on and do whatever, just stop playing. Stop playing games. I ain't got time for no games. I don't have time for games. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the weather. I've told you guys that how afraid I am of, the storms that we have here in Oklahoma. It's infamous for tornadoes here, and I am severely afraid of severe storms. So I want to talk a little bit about how I prepare myself, what I do, and how I act. The last storm, my bubby came home and said, let me give me a beer so I can be ready for you when the storm comes. And I'm like, what you mean ready for me? Ready for you tripping, he said. I do not trip. I just get prepared. And I will show you my bag. I will show you where my place is that I go for my safe place, because we all need one. You need to figure out where your safe place is in your home. We're talking about being afraid of the storms. Now, springtime is just about gone. It doesn't matter anymore what month it is. Tornadoes have been wreaking havoc everywhere and going everywhere there have never been a tornado before. So we know that the climate change has happened. And because of global warming, they're saying that the storms are going to be worse than ever. So we have to be prepared as much as you can. So I have a list of items that I want you to make sure that you guys have for in case a storm hits. You'll be prepared and you'll know what to do. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I am afraid of storms. My husband is not. So, he's outside normally when the storms are going on with the other few men that's out there looking up in the sky. And I told him one day, we're going to find him up in a tree. Because storms don't play. They don't play. They don't even know you. So if they hit, they're going to take you with them. And they are looking up in the sky trying to see if it's coming. Well, I'm in my safe place for when it does. Because I don't want to run and have to dive and, into the tub or anything like that. No. I want to be already prepared. And when the house starts shaking and I heard it sound that they said sound like a train, I am taking shelter. I'm already in shelter, so I don't have to run. He going to get sucked up, by the way. Possibly. If he does not stay out of the stormy weather. To me, that's the place that you should not be. Because lightning is striking. Lightning is striking, yeah. Lightning is happening, striking. And it strikes people. Especially you got a phone. You probably got a thing around your head, neck. Talking on it. Who knows? So, don't go out in the storm. When they said it is a tornado watch or warning or whatever it is, take heed to that because they're telling you from the weather centers, whatever it's called, what is it called? The Storm Prediction Center. They're, and they predicted that the storms are going to be worse and worse and worse. It's something that's called, it's spelled DERECHO, storms. A derecho storm, it means that it is a widespread, long-lived, straight-line wind storm that is associated with a fast-moving group of severe thunderstorms known as a mesoscale convective system. Derechos can cause hurricanic or tornadic force winds, actual tornadoes, heavy rains, and flash floods. So, what these derecho storms is, like we seen several months ago, where it went from state to state to state. That's what it's called. It's basically, derecho storms are most common in the Midwest United States, but are still fairly rare. They used to be, but they are becoming more and more common. It says you used to see them at least once a year there. But here lately, this is what we're going through. Derecho. Derecho. It's pronounced D-E-H, day, and then capital R, capital E, capital Y, like Ray, and then C-H-O, so cho. Derecho. Derecho. Derecho is a widespread, long-lived windstorm that is associated with a band of rapidly moving thunderstorms and showers. So, I'm afraid of regular storms. I don't need it to have a name, but I know the hurricanes do, but tornadoes typically don't have a name, or storms don't, but those straight line winds and the winds that we've been having lately have been wreaking havoc on everybody. So, we have to be prepared. You have to know what you need to do in case of a tornado. Now, if you don't have a storm shelter, which we don't, the things that it tells us to do when you have a tornado warning is keeping informed about the weather is the best way to avoid from being caught up in a tornado or a severe thunderstorm. Your local National Weather Service forecast office provides information about dangerous weather, and we have the weather on our phone, so we can definitely keep a close eye on the information whenever storms threaten your area. It's also critical that you think about tornado safety long before there's a storm on the horizon. and plan what to do to stay safe no matter where you may be when storms threaten. So, number one thing, get inside. Get as far inside a strong building as you can, away from doors and windows. Get down. Get down on the floor, to the lowest level of the floor that you're on. Get down as far as you can. Cover up. Use anything that you can protect yourself from flying and falling debris. Now, I'll show you what I have. I have a bunch of comforters. I have pillows. I have a bag packed. My husband says that if the tornado takes us away, where's my bag going to be? I don't know, but everything will be intact, maybe, possibly. And my medication and things will be where I can get them. The other thing, if you're out and about and you take shelter in a location, there's also a reinforced underground storm shelter, storm cellar, enclosed basements, or safe rooms. Now, I don't know where that is. I don't know where the safe place is. I seen someone about a month ago when we were going through a storm. They asked where was the nearest storm shelter. I don't think they ever got an answer, because it would probably be at your house if that was, because whoever got a storm shelter, they building them in their own house. And I want one, and we have looked at them, and we have definitely thought about it, because me being as scared as I am, I need something. But again, we're supposed to trust in the
Messenger
Lord.
video.
Messenger video. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Hey! What you doing in that truck? What? Hey, what y'all doing in there? Get out of there. I want to ride. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm doing my show.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm recording y'all now.
Oh, man.
Can y'all see it?
You got nothing to say?
I don't care. Say hi. Where y'all going? Your hair's cute. Oh, wave at the camera. All right. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Answer my big baby. I don't know if y'all could see him, but that's who that was. And he's got his girls with him on his truck. So sorry for the interruption, but family first, baby. Family first. See, God and family. Those are the things you put first in your life. In that order. In that order. So we were talking about storm shelters. If you cannot get underground, remember the basic guidelines. Get as far inside the strongest building you can. Stay away from the doors and windows and other openings for to the outside, and put as many walls between you and the outside as you can. Now, in my house, it's kind of made a little strange. I'm in this room here, and it's right out. There's a window, and then outside there's a wall, and then a hallway, and then a bathroom. So my safe place is here up in this portion of the house, because my bedroom has windows, our living area, kitchen, all of that back there. There's windows. So the best place, and then in the bathroom, there's a big, huge window. So the safest place for me is going to be up here in my front bathroom. And normally I just camp out in the hallway till they say the coast is clear, sit in the bathroom. But, honey, I'm ready. I am ready. Okay, so it says get as low as you can, go to the lowest floor, cover up with protection. Being outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle are all unsafe in a tornado or severe thunderstorm. Find stronger shelter before the storm arrives, and remember to get in, get down, and cover up. Emergency, whoever. Preparedness, I don't know. But my theory is, yes, stay in until they say the coast is clear. Now, we also have a little portable TV that we have just in case we lose power. We have tons of flashlights. We got tons of candles. We have tons of everything that we need if we have a power failure. So you have to think about that. Make sure you got batteries. Make sure those batteries are working. At least go to the Dollar Tree, dollar store, somewhere, and get you some D's, some C's, some B. There's no B's. There's AAA. I don't know why they left out the B. What y'all leave out B? Huh? You got A, you got AA, AAA. How come they get so many and B don't get nothing? What y'all do? Forget? Oh, there was a B. Yeah, I see you. But there's an A, AAA, or AA, AAA, and then you got your C and your D. And normally that's what your flashlights and radios and stuff like that use. So make sure you have an ample supply of batteries that work, and you don't have to go rumbling through your remotes trying to find a battery or two to put in your flashlights. I live with the flashlight fetish man. He loves flashlights and he have batteries for them. So I never worry that we're going to always have light. If you're in an apartment, try to move to the lowest floor that you can. I know that's kind of hard to do unless you know your neighbors that are below you. But if there becomes a storm, you want to do as much as you can. It says it says in a house with no basement, a dorm, or an apartment. You avoid windows, of course, but go to the lowest floor. A small center room like a bathroom or a closet, under a stairwell, or in an interior hallway with no windows. Crouch as low as possible on the floor facing down and cover your head with your hands. Okay, those are the things that you do. Say, for instance, if you were caught in a situation where you're up on the upper floor, like on the third floor, and a tornado is coming and you decide you want to go down to the next floor, that's up to you. I don't know that I would come out of my safe place in the place, and in your apartment, but if you feel safer, then do so, because we don't want you not feeling safe. Okay. Same thing if you were in a high rise. You go to the lowest floor or go to a hallway with no windows and try to ride it out until it says that it's over. Okay. Now, this is a question that I've had myself. What is a watch versus a warning, and what you need to know about the difference? As the temperature rises in springtime and summer, the chance of a severe storm rises as well. You've probably witnessed the tremendously destructive power of these storms, and they can devastate neighborhoods, farms, and urban areas in an instant. While we can't avoid these forces of nature, we can prepare for them. With advancements in weather forecasting technology, meteorologists can predict severe thunderstorms, flooding events, and tornadoes earlier and more accurately than ever before. You've probably heard the terms storm watch and storm warning when you receive news of an upcoming weather event. The two messages sound similar, so you may have a few questions about how they differ. And here we go. What is the difference? Well, these are some questions. What are the differences between a storm watch and a storm warning? We're going to answer that. What do I need to do when I receive storm watch versus a storm warning? And what should I have on hand in case of a severe storm? And what role does my electric cooperative play during severe storms? So what is a storm watch and what actions should I take? A storm watch area is larger than a storm warning area, as forecasters focus on the storm's trajectory. The Storm Prediction Center issues storm watches. Be ready for the watch to turn into a warning. So, number one, with the watch, we're watching for it. We want to be alert. That means checking the forecast regularly to plan for and avoid deteriorating weather conditions. Have a preparation list. Review your home and your motor vehicles inventory for storm essentials, like your flashlights and hazard, those things that you break open, and flares. Yeah, flares. You need flares. And I have a little kit that I will show you. It is a kit that we both have in our cars, and we tried to make sure our kids have them too. So just in case something happens, it's got booster cables and, you know, flares and stuff like that. If you're out in your car when the storm comes, you want to pull out that kit and at least put out a flare or something so someone will know that you've stopped, possibly on the side of the road and you're in a ditch because here comes this tornado. Or I don't even know if that's right. If you should, I don't even know. We'll see. It'll tell me. Have a preparation list. Have a plan of action. Once you have the necessary items, having an action plan is essential. A plan can help alleviate last minute scrambling, knowing where to go if you're at work or home. If you're on the road, proceed carefully and be mindful of places to take shelter if needed. Electrocution and other electrical injuries can occur during or after a severe storm or a severe weather event. If you have time, there are a few electrical safety actions you may want to take to stay safe. Unplug major appliances. We ain't got time for that. Charge or replace batteries in portable devices. You need to do that before the storm. Don't use any appliances, outlets, or other electrical equipment that have been submerged in water. But don't do it. Okay? They say it, don't do it. Okay? That's all. According to the Electrical Safety Foundation International, 1/3 of the lightning-related injuries happen indoors. Refrain from using corded phones, large electronics, plumbing, and during thunderstorms. So I like taking baths, and I have been known to be in the bath when the storm comes. Well, that's a bad place because lightning can strike water, hit the water, and electrocute you. So being in a big body of water is not a good idea. So make sure if you're in the tub, in the bathtub, in the shower, wherever you are, if it's lightning, make sure you're protecting yourself by getting yourself out of there. Remember, not all power strips are surge protectors. Check to make sure your power strips are unplugged from the wall. That's if you have time, which if a tornado's coming, don't take time to do that because that stuff will be replaced or can be replaced. You can't. So get to your safe place. If you have experienced a power outage, use your electric company's mobile app to report the outage. Now, these are some items to have before a storm. While you need a massive stockpile of goods to get through a storm, a few items can help if someone in your home sustains an injury or your power goes out. So some items to include is medical supplies for injuries like bandages, disinfectants, or over-the-counter pain relievers. You need bottled water, non-perishable foods like cereal, canned goods, peanut butter, shelf-stable milk, etc. You need a flashlight and a battery-powered emergency radio or television. You need to have extra disposable batteries and a rechargeable battery bank for cell phones. So, if you plan to run a portable generator, make sure it's in good working condition and set up safely for use. Or severe weather warning means a storm has been detected in your area. Warnings are serious as they indicate imminent danger to life and property. Warnings are reserved for smaller areas than storm watches and are issued by local forecasting offices. If you get a storm warning for your area, you should seek shelter immediately. For each type of storm warning requires a different response plan. For a severe thunderstorm warning, you stay indoors or an enclosed metal topped vehicle to stay safe from lightning. Prepare for power outages if possible. Move or cover anything that could be damaged by hail. Or tornado warning, you should take shelter in a substantial structure. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. Avoid windows. A tornado shelter is ideal, but a basement and interior bathrooms are usually the safest areas of the home. Tornadoes can wreak havoc on power lines and other electrical infrastructure. So look for down powered lines around your home once the storm clears. And then flood warning. If your home is near a body of water or is prone to flooding, get to higher ground. Don't drive over flooded roads. Always be aware of your home's electrical equipment after a storm. Broken tree branches, down power lines, flooding and lightning strikes can create electrical hazards. It says a storm watch can range from 4 to 8 hours in length. Make sure you have a plan in case the watch turns into a warning, which can often happen quickly. So that's just another, thing that we want to be aware of. We want to know what to do because we are in Tornado Alley now. And I knock on wood, thank God, and thank you, Jesus, for protecting us all last year and during the storms of last year. But this year, they claim to already have started, and we want to stay as safe as possible. We got enough to worry about. We don't want to have storms to be one of the one. Now, these are acts of nature, and this is God's work. So we just have to pray. We have to take our precautions and do the things that we know to do. Take shelter and make sure that you're not out there watching the storm, because watching the storm gonna get you up in a tree, okay? My bag that I have packed includes a change of clothes, shoes, socks, underwear. I have chargers. One that you can plug in, and then the portable chargers. I have those. About a week's worth of medication and whatever toiletries. It says you should have something to eat on. Probably in my winter bag, whatever we keep in our car. I make us a winter bag. Our winter bags are for, say for instance, you're caught in blizzard. We've done that before. We've been there and done that. I've been stuck in the car for hours trying to just make it home from downtown, 20 minutes away. And I was stuck in the car. At the time, I had some peanuts, and I think I had a little bit of water, but I didn't have anything else. Now, I try to keep us some granola bars, some peanuts, some water, just something that's non-perishable. Like he likes beef jerky, so we got beef jerky in his. And just, whatever you like, non-perishables, peanut butter crackers, something like that. So just in case you want to snack on something and you are in a situation. Pretty much, that's the only thing I have on the weather and how we want to stay safe over this season. And it's not really a season, because actually the tornado started in February, in March, and it hadn't even become spring yet. So the seasons have gotten confused, and we know that that's one of the things that the Bible tells us, that there's wars and rumors of wars and all kinds of destruction and pestilence and diseases and things like that that's going to come up on this world. And y'all better believe we are in the last and final days of this world. I'm not trying to scare anybody, and I used to be so afraid when I heard people say that. And it's not meant to frighten anyone, but it's meant to help you to know that it's time to get together within you, in your heart, in your mind, in your body. Try to get your temple in order as much as you can. God knows that there's so much going on out here, and he knows, he hears us, but we got to continue to pray to the Lord that he delivers us from everything that's happening right now. And we can make it. We just have to pray and not cease. Pray and not cease, and pray and not cease. Believe and trust in the Lord that he will bring us through this. We got to keep our eyes stayed on him. And I know he will deliver us from all of this, from these mass shootings to the inflation. We just ask you to continue to pray for those things. Continue to pray for your loved ones that they make it home. Continue to pray for your children when you let them go places, and even yourself. Be vigilant. Be aware. Notice what's around you. Notice your surroundings. But let the Lord handle the rest. That's all he's saying. Be aware. Don't worry about it. He got us. And he do. And I know he does. So, I hope I've said something today to help you guys. But I hope you stay blessed and be a blessing as much as you can to anyone. I love you guys. Deuces. Bye. Thank y'all for coming back. Share, like, and subscribe. Bye-bye.